Welcome to this week's episode of This Week at Endicott. I'm Brianna Marr.
And I'm Brooke O'Leary.
Are you an international student or considering studying abroad? Head over to the library for Culture and Conversation at 12 p.m. on Wednesday. It's the perfect place to perfect your conversational English and meet new people. Food will be served. RSVP to jstuder@endicott.edu if you plan on attending.
If you're interested in careers in the accounting or financial service industry, make sure you make your way to Mistlewood at 5 p.m. for the Meet the Firms, where companies will be recruiting for internships and full-time employment opportunities.
Are you a member of the class of 2019 or 2020? Class meetings will be held on Wednesday for each class in the Wax Auditorium. Class of 2019 will be meeting at 6 p.m. and the class of 2020 will be meeting directly afterwards at 7.
Interested in getting involved in Relay for Life? A planning meeting will be held at 7 p.m. in LSB 128.
Now let's take it to sports with Matt and Jess.
Hello and welcome to this week's edition of EC Sports. For ECTV, I'm Matt Pritchard.
And I'm Jess Carroll. The men's golf team, led by CCC Men's Golfer of the Week, Anton Galos, won the Blazer Invitational this past weekend. The team shot a combined 618 and will look to continue winning Thursday, September 22nd in the UNE Invitational. The team will remain on the road Saturday and Sunday for the Hudson Invitational in Bangor, Maine.
The women's soccer team remains undefeated this season as they picked up 2 wins this past week. CCC Defensive Player of the Week, Caroline Armbruster, and CCC Rookie of the Week, Hannah Pesky, led the Gulls to victories over Wellesley and Curry College. The Gulls will host Roger Williams on Saturday for their homecoming game at 4:30 p.m.
The men's soccer team had a 1-1-1 record after this past week, led by CCC Defensive Player of the Week, Finn Cohen, and CCC Rookie of the Week, Evan Couchot. The Gulls tied Williams before topping Curry on Senior Day. The loss came in overtime versus Trinity College. The Gulls will host Roger Williams for the homecoming game at 7 p.m. on Saturday.
The field hockey team went 2-0 this past week with wins versus CCC opponents Nichols and Roger Williams, outscoring them 13-1. The Gulls will host Amherst Thursday the 22nd before hosting local rival Gordon for their homecoming matchup on Saturday at 12 o'clock.
The football team suffered a tough loss to St. Lawrence 38-0. The Gulls, along with NEFC Special Teams Player of the Week Chris Lipscomb and Defensive Rookie of the Week Jesse Simone, will look to bounce back versus the Nichols Bison on homecoming Saturday at 12.
The volleyball team played 3 out-of-conference games this past week, winning 1 and dropping 2. The Gulls' win came at Simmons, where they won 3-0. They then traveled to Coast Guard, where they dropped matches versus Clark University and the Coast Guard itself. They'll look to get back on the winning side of things with matches versus the University of New England on Wednesday the 21st and versus Salve Regina for their homecoming matchup Saturday at 3.
The women's tennis team won 2 out of their 3 games this past week. The wins came versus Salem State and Salve Regina, while the ladies dropped their game versus Nichols. The Gulls will look to stay winning versus Eastern Nazarene Saturday for homecoming and senior day festivities starting at 1.
The men's and women's cross-country team will also return to the trails in the Bowdoin Invitational Saturday the 24th.
That's it for this week for EC Sports. For ECTV, I'm Jess Carroll.
And I'm Matt Pritchard. Get out and support the Gulls in their homecoming games.
Homecoming kicks off on Thursday with a zero-waste barbecue at 5 p.m. around the lakes. Stop by for some good food with friends.
There will be free ice cream for National Ice Cream Cone Day at the field hockey game versus Amherst at 7 p.m. Stop by to support the team and enjoy a frozen treat.
Outdoor Adventure Club is hosting a night hike along the Endicott trails at 7 p.m. If you're interested in going, a group will meet at the Witches Lane trailhead across from the bookstore. Maps will be provided and flashlights are encouraged.
Later at 9 p.m., stop by Lower Callahan to watch Finding Dory. Soft pretzels and a popcorn bar will be provided.
Does your club want to decorate a float for the parade? Head over to the field house at 8 p.m. on Friday to get started.
Then, at 9 p.m., homecoming bingo will be held in the Mistlewood tent, and you won't want to miss out on that.
On Saturday, Family Weekend kicks off with Endicott's famous brunch beginning at 10 a.m. in Callahan.
Then at 11, the homecoming golf cart parade will begin. Cheer on the different clubs and organizations as they parade around campus.
Beginning at 1 p.m., there will be family fun festivities around the lakes, including caramel apples, inflatables, arts and crafts, and more. Be sure to stop by for some fun.
At 7 p.m., Endicott Ensembles will be hosting friends and families at the concert in Rose Performance Hall at 7 p.m. Stop by to listen to some great Endicott talent.
Then at 9:30 p.m. there will be ice cream and s'mores at Beechwood. Head over to Doc Wiley's house to join in on the fun.
Last week, I was lucky enough to interview some interesting people at the Pete Frates Hall dedication, where students took on the Ice Bucket Challenge. Let's take a look. So we're here today after the Ice Bucket Challenge with Pete Frates' dad. What does the gathering of Endicott students here today mean to you?
Well, you know what? This is such an amazing honor and legacy for Pete and our family. He's gotten so many great awards, right? Sports Illustrated Man of the Year. He's won Emmys. He's won this Cannes Lion. But this is a lasting, permanent structure in his honor for the inspiration that he was for the Ice Bucket Challenge. It changed social media. It changed the way philanthropy is done. And now there's real evidence that the money that was raised, over $220 million, is actually working to find a cure.
When did you become aware of the Ice Bucket Challenge itself and when it went viral and everything? What was your initial reaction to that?
Well, it's funny because I'm not, as you can tell, I'm a little bit older than you guys, so I'm not as socially conscious, social media aware. And I got a call from my son Andrew saying, hey, why aren't you on your Facebook? You've got to do this thing called an Ice Bucket Challenge. And this was in late July of 2014 because I had been challenged. Okay, so I brought Pete out in the backyard. We did one. And next thing you know, the Bruins players are doing it, Patriots players. And then it went all over New England. And then the nation, entertainment did it in the third week. And then the world did it in the fourth week. So it was the most incredible experience of our life.
We're glad we could help make that impact. Thank you for talking to us.
Well, you guys just did, if I'm not mistaken, the largest Ice Bucket Challenge ever recorded. So hats off to you guys. What a fitting tribute to Pete and our family. So thank you very much, Gulls.
So can you tell me a little bit about what you came here to do today?
We came to do the Ice Bucket Challenge for Pete Frates, and we all got together. There were like 2,000 of us, and we got to dump these buckets of water on our head. It's pretty cool.
What does it mean to you to be able to be a part of such an amazing thing and being the school with the most people to ever have done the Ice Bucket Challenge all at the same time?
Honestly, it was pretty cool. I never really realized how big it was until I heard about this event, and it's really, really just like I feel grateful to be able to meet him and his family today and do something that is for a great cause.
So I'm here with Doc Wiley, president of Endicott College. Doc, where did you get the idea to, first of all, build Frates and also gather all these students here today to do the Ice Bucket Challenge?
Well, I met Nancy and Pete a number of years ago, and it was such a story. And we name things for people that nobody knows who they are. We wanted to tell a story about a man who took a challenge and did the right thing. So this was easy.
How do you think being here today impacted the Endicott community?
I think it impacts us because we see a person that's had adversity and turned it around, and he's a role model. And I hope we all remember this day, because sooner or later ALS will be cured, along with cancer and other things, because people care.
Well, on behalf of Endicott students, I just wanted to thank you for giving us the opportunity to do this today. It means a lot to us that we get to show him how much we care.
You should have seen his face when he came out here. It was beyond imagination for him. So we're
Great
thankful.
to see. Thank you very much, Doc.
Take care.
Thank you.
Privilege.
Interested in making a difference during your spring break? On Tuesday at 4 p.m., stop by the LSB auditorium for an alternative spring break information session.
Interested in joining ECTV? We're always looking for new members, and we meet every Tuesday at 6:30 p.m. Everyone is welcome and encouraged to get involved.
Then at 9 p.m., Dr. Wiley will be hosting a barbecue at Beechwood. Grab a group of friends and come on by.
And that's all we have for this week, girls.
Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week.